What's up, guys? It's Mr. Jamvan, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. Guys, I need to know in the comment section, you guys slayed it yesterday as far as engagement, and I so enjoyed reading, hearing how each and every person found the channel. Oddly enough, a lot of them were through collabs, something I don't do as much or ever anymore, other than my podcast. And so definitely, it was all timing. I wanted the website. I knew what I wanted to happen before I started going heavy on collabs, and so definitely this summer will be, and just the future of the channel is going to be collab heavy. And so definitely look out for that. But yeah, today we're going to be featuring Urshifu, Rapid Strike. I believe that's the one with multiple hits. That makes sense. And it's on a rain team today. Now, I don't know how good this rain team is. Shout outs to Toast, who passed it to me in the Academy Discord. If you want to join the Discord, link is in the description. It's free to join. And our goal here is to assist you in becoming the best player you can be. And so we got a multitude of players who are also invested in your development, and it's probably going to take a bit longer to find a game. I don't think we're top 10 anymore, and dudes are like, yo, it's time. Ranks. Rank, Sword Jam. I probably could just have looked at the ladder. 1951. That's number 15. 14, 15, yeah. Alright, so how have you guys been enjoying the metagame? That's what I meant to ask you. How have you guys been enjoying the metagame? Oh boy. Our opponent is 1732, but he has almost the exact team. It's like a metagame team, but he put a Magearna on there. Also, please tell me the difference between the Magearnas. I don't know. But I just find this hilarious that he just the same shit. Funnily enough, it does well versus me, very well versus me. And so let's break this down for a second. One thing I don't have is very solid status absorption. It's pretty much Ferrothorn's role. And so what I'm gonna aim to do is, because I only have one form of status in Pelipper Skullburn, so ideally I'd want to burn his Toxapex with my Pelipper Skull, also assuming that should be what he'd lead with. Actually, there are quite a few options. Just don't know what people are running, and so I'm pumped. I want to play, but at the same damn time, I want to feature Urshifu, which is a Metronome Unseen Fist max attack set. We're gonna be seeing the damage output in the rain versus Pelipper. It's gonna be hard to get past Toxapex without a boosting move though. But with the Unseen Fist, I don't know if I still get poisoned or I just break through the Baneful Bunker. I don't know how that works. But Ferrothorn isn't. We're gonna defensively try to pull through. So Ferrothorn, very difficult for him to kill. Magearna, also very difficult for him to kill. Problem, no recovery. So this is my defensive core, and between the three, I think if I whittle down Toxapex, I have some hope. And then we're going to position Urshifu and Kingdra well. Again, Ferrothorn just such a problem to me that it kind of forces me to allow him to knock me off, and it's just not looking good for your boy. So what I'm gonna do is phase one phase 1 rain as we see Pex. While two reasons, I don't want to get toxic, so he knocks, which I didn't want, but as I said, I don't really have, as he goes to Hippowdon, I'm debating whether or not, because obviously here you so I'm gonna seed. I know he's gonna rock. Come on, man, that was a really big miss. Because I would have been at full, well, not really big, but it mattered for sure as he goes for leftovers. And so this is not a what am I trying to say? This Clef is basically just a generic Clef. My Magearna can super effectively hit Toxapex, but it can't do anything versus Ferrothorn. And so his leftovers, I really doubt he has Flamethrower on this. But the correct decision is just to go to Magearna on the odd chance. I figured it'd be a teleport set, and positionally I want Ferrothorn to be in. But, I mean, the best thing you're going to do here is go to, okay, so he's making, oh, maybe for shift gear, that's what that was for. Either way, he has leftovers. They're going to VS here, so he's Iron Defense. Interesting. You know, obviously with Urshifu's stat changes, very interesting. Gonna lead sheet here. I am chop. Well, I actually don't have my chop anymore, but since he's Iron Defense, I really doubt that that's what he's gonna be going for. So rain plus. Maybe he just didn't think it through, because that does happen. Like, I'll get players who don't think it through all the way, and so they'll like use moves that don't make sense, in the sense of, yeah, I'll lead sheet. I was debating whether or not it'd be worth Ferrothorn. I mean, what's it called, coming in. So this could be able to touch me. Obviously, Ferrothorn isn't something I want gone. He's faster than me, and so I'm gonna go to my Magearna as a mid ground. I know I can take any 2 hits, draining kits. Yeah, like, so he can't even touch me. And so what this allows, it's actually very good positioning. This is actually very good positioning, particularly because he never allowed, because I was just about to say that, because he allowed Clef to get hit, and I'm not sure why Clef was the Magearna switch. So these are good signs, because I don't know if my opponent knows certain things just based on how he's playing. So this is just probably like a generic wish Clef, and so I'm gonna position myself for success, as I'm expecting wish. Could have went Urshifu there, but you know, didn't, as we're going to be I'll flip turn. Rain boosted bandit flip turn, probably mercs this. Oh, so he's, I think that might be defensive. There's no Espadef one would have taken that little. And so we get to position Magearna back in. I just don't know the roles yet. When I learn the roles, cool rain team, can I focus it? Are people watching me? But it's on my it's gonna be in the description, the team, and it's also gonna be, and so I'm not gonna show him flash cannon. I'm just gonna thunderbolt hard. Yeah, and then I'll flash cannon here. Yep, I need to do that. Yep, excellent. And so again, could go to Urshifu here. When I learn the roles, I'll feel more comfortable doing so. Unfortunately, I'll take the damage, and then I'll roost on his Hippowdon likely coming in. Hippowdon slash Ferrothorn. If it is Ferrothorn, I can flash into Volt Switch. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. Hopefully he forfeits, because he has a pretty annoying team. Yeah, awesome. Nice. And so I don't understand, but as long as I position myself properly to where I don't take a lot of backlash. So like, generally, you know, I can't predict. In Pokemon, you can never for sure know what your opponent will do. And sometimes, let's say you were the aggressive type, because this is very common. You would have double switched some point in that sequence of turns. Your opponent, let's say he stayed in there and teleported, you'd have raged. Why the fuck would you teleport? You're an idiot. And because especially if it works out, but then in that opponent's mind, he's saying, well, it worked, so it was a good play. But in this case, which a lot of people don't often think about, when it doesn't work, then the person, like for example in this case NA Weezing, gets a lot of backlash. Like, he was trash. But I'm like, there's several times where a person makes a play that works out, but it wasn't a good play. And so, you know, when I used to coach a lot, I'm going to bring back that in due time. I used to coach players. I'd always say to them that sometimes you'll win a game not because you played well, but because your opponent played worse. And so you both played poorly. And that, I understand this because I've done it, especially when I'm relearning a metagame. You both played like crap looking back, especially if you get better and rewatch that replay. But you just played less bad. And so, okay, cool. So no water resist. So Kingdra just goes Hamilton in this. Barraskewda just goes Hamilton in this. Urshifu just goes Hamilton in this. Sticky Web obviously a factor, but Barraskewda and them all still are. My joint sync. Way too much talking going on. He's 1944, so okay. Dope. I think this will bring us back in the top 10, assuming we win it. So Pelipper obviously is not going to be doing too much, barring positioning itself versus Drill. Ferrothorn's going to be an assistance versus Zera, because I don't deal with that very well. It's going to be lead Drill slash this. I doubt he does lead Drill versus a Pelipper, so I'm not too concerned about that. Magirna is going to be somewhat of a closer check in case he tries to do anything funny. I can at least try to volt switch. Urshifu unguardable once I sub. Under rain and sub, I just destroyed my opponent. Kingdra is the same thing, but I have to hit Hydro Pump, so I don't want to risk that. So phase 1 is going to be Stealth Rock versus likely the B. I'm trying to think what Rabambi could do to me. So I'm going to go Ferrothorn. Again, phase 1 is going to be the rocks. Yeah, I'll let him get Sticky Web. And then I can body press hard. I don't want Drill coming in for free getting up rocks. And I think he might have U-turn, and so I don't want to just give him... I don't know if body press kills extra Drill. I don't think it does. It does if he has... We'll see. Say Bug Buzzes. Which isn't great. I don't want this to be overly low. Okay. And so we're staring down Drill now. Not can really do about it. I guess he could stay in and do something else. Okay, so he has Stun Sport, but he's a Bug Buzz. I'm surprised he did that, but that's gonna work out for us anyway. Because I mean, I think you should go Drill every time. But come on, man! If I Volt Switch there, Barraskewda comes in, I get a kill, and I just destroy him from there. I go flip turn, and now he can go to Drill, and I can't really do much. Like, and this is one of his big checks for my Urshifu, and so, you see what I'm talking about? Like, shit like that frustrates the hell out of me sometimes, man. Because I really like, you hit the Stun Sport, bro. Like, you were lucky enough, so now he has the opportunity to pull doubles or rapid spins. I'm not gonna lose my cool or anything like that, but it is frustrating as I'm gonna just... Are you serious? Hey, let's say he's playing to his outs, man. Like, that is super frustrating though. Like, oh man, because it'd be too simple for the Jamster to just win, right? That'd be too easy. That'd be way too fucking easy. And so I really need to get this U-turn off. If I do, it's pretty big. So I'm gonna have to play this game completely differently because of that hacks. Because I've obviously he's gonna go for the spin spam. I'm gonna have to play this game completely differently because of the hack. Now I can actually lose. Isn't that funny? Like, and so, you know, obviously here, I kind of have to give this up. If he Iron Heads, I lose straight up. Because then he can rapid spin the next turn and then he outspeeds Barraskewda and all that stuff. And so, I have to stay in. And then I have to Scald here. I can't let him rapid spin. But I can still win. You know, from the one Volt Switch, this game would have probably been over. From the one Volt Switch. So Drill is gone and I still have my Rain. And so it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. And assume we go for the attack here. He doesn't, which is dope. So I get to flip turn. Because what I don't want is, because at this point I'd assume nothing is sash at this point. So Kingdra's positioning, Urshifu's positioning is going to be very important. I can't defog anymore, and so Mag gets to be around to check Togekiss all the time. I have to have these two water types to Merc Necrozma all the time. And Urshifu naturally counters Cloyster. So I still have the tools, and I didn't flip turn. I didn't because I didn't want him to Shell Smash. So we'll go back to Kingdra here, which gets a KO, assuming. Well, actually, it doesn't kill Zeraora, but I don't think Zeraora will have Play Rough. If it does, then so be it. But I'm essentially Choice Scarf here. Well, I guess if he is Choice Scarf Togekiss, then he's good. It's definitely a possibility. I have my Magearna for Togekiss. Is he draining kisses? And so what I'm gonna do is double switch to my Barraskewda here. It covers Zeraora switching. It covers whatever else he could think about doing. Yeah. So liquidation should just destroy this. So again, positioning properly. Yes, 2 turns of range. Shell Smash. Kingdra still outspeeds after a Shell Smash. No, not with the sticky web up. Oh boy. Here comes the potential bullshit. What am I at? 240 into 260. He still outspeeds me if he's jolly. And here comes the bullshit. Here comes the fucking bullshit. Excuse me. I'm trying to think if there's a way around this. Because if I can liquidation here, but he outspeeds me afterwards and goes to Rock Blast versus me just going Urshifu, and does +1 Drain Punch even knock him out though? That's also a concern. What am I gonna be sacking? Guess I'll sack Kingdra afterwards. You'd think Cloyster is bulky enough, I think, to take a Drain Punch. Cloyster. Here comes the bullshit. Oh, you Shell Smash -1. What has Urshifu's attack stat? Is it in the game? Urshifu. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So he actually Rock Blasts hard, which I'm glad for, because now I get to Drain Punch hard. I'm just thinking about the Necrozma. Yeah, Substitute actually is the best play. If he Shell Smashes, I actually no. There's no way you'd Shell Smash versus this though. Whatever. I can deal with the Necrozma. Yep. There's no way you Shell Smash versus this, right? That's what I said. That's what I said. Is that the word? Are those the words that left my mouth? Obviously, no reason to switch. This critical hit goes through the bulk ups, and so that's game. It should be. Neck, even if it's a rock polish set, doesn't have the firepower. So after all the hacks, now mind you, rain matchup is terrible for this guy, but I didn't make his team, right? But like the luck part of it, like I don't. It's like that stuff just frustrates me, because I'm like, okay, matchup's bad, do your best, but at the same time you gotta say like, well, he is doing his best, Jam, by trying to get some hacks. And to that I say you're right. Like I can't I can't be mad at that. But the one turn is like the one turn where he didn't go drill immediately, and I think he stun spored that turn. Like there was a turn versus my Magearna that he did something. Yeah, he went for stun spore over just hard switching the drill there. Like that turn was the only, like that one pissed me off, because I'm like, bro, like this whole time. And so that's gonna leave us at, I think we should be back top 10. Very interesting rain team, because we're what, 1960. Wow, I didn't get. How the fuck am I 1960? He was 1940 something. I beat the first guy, which should have given me at least 10 points. I don't think that updated that win just now. Like, you're telling me I got 9 points from 2 opponents, and one of them was what? It would have been number. It's this guy. He was. This dude was literally underneath me. So you're telling me I got 9 points. So I'm assuming it hasn't updated yet, or Showdown's like, nah, nigga. Okay, so yeah. So we're in 1977. So now we're standing at number 8 again. It's just funny. And we're gonna grab one last one to wrap it up. That's this thing that was hilarious. Cause I was like, man, I'm about to flip this damn laptop into the. I'm not. But we've all had those days when Mons is just being Mons, and you're like, bro, Jam, I can't do it, Jam. I'm tired of this shit. But yeah, if you watch my videos or you're a new subscriber, you're a new viewer, subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the content. A lot of team building coming soon. I'm really feeling the metagame at the moment. I'm really feeling Mons again. Feels good to be back. And with World Cup coming around, if you want to watch high level tournament games, I'll try to like catch some World Cup, games, and then do like what I used to do on Jambad when I was Mr. Jambad. I guess I'm going through 3 channel changes now. Fellow Rain, is this your share? Oh, let's get it. Let us get it. Let us get it, man. Let me not get too hype and lose track of the actual thing, and so I can get the point. So Pelipper is useless. It's there for defogging and rain control, but it doesn't really serve any massive purpose. It can be helpful for defogging, obviously, and potentially burning Ferrothorn. How important that would be in this game, decently so, because I'm heavily dependent on Kingdra's Hydro Pumps. And so I think with a burn, that should be a 2-hit KO. And Barraskewda hitting Liquidation is also very important. So that's a dope thing. I have 2 pretty solid Kingdra checks, but Ferrothorn's role in this one is going to be as a 0 check, because I'm pretty weak to that, as you can tell, outside of rain. Rapid Strike, though. Rapid Strike, we just get dropped by that. And so we're just going to have to accept our fate. Very iffy about the Rapid Strike Urshifu, because I'm adamant. I don't think most people are. Definitely don't think most people are. It could be Bandit too, like Rapid Strike versus me is troublesome. But Barraskewda versus him is troublesome, and so I'd assume he'd Zero Aura early or so what I'm going into this one, because I know I can. One, I know he can't risk staying in. If he's Orb, I don't even think he kills me unless he's Life Orb, or if it's just straight Thunderbolt. Both of which Ferrothorn is open to. If he's straight Thunderbolt, then he's a Magearna fodder, because I'll just Leech Seed and then Magearna choose. And there's a possibility he knocks. I doubt it, because I could be Choice Scarf, and so I could see a switch out here, Volt Switch. So he didn't fear the Scarf, and he is Life Orb as he goes to his Rapid Strike style. Again, this could be sub, which I am semi-concerned about. A sub variant likely wouldn't be able to harm Pelipper, and I can break his sub. And so, again, because of how important this is, I can't really be playing around with it. If he has Thunder Punch, he has Thunder Punch. I can't really play around with this. He's banded. Okay, cool. That's good info for my Urshifu. As I said, Pelipper is. I could Roost, but I'd rather the momentum here. Tough, because we're probably gonna be staring down at Ferrothorn. And what I'm aiming for, now that I know he's banded, he's like adamant banded too. There's actually, maybe he's just that strong. It is a stab close combat, so I get 2-hit killed next time. But it's also the question of, do I need to U-turn into Ferrothorn? I think this is too big of a problem for me to leave this low. I'm gonna play the long game. Because here's the thing: if I would not U-turned, I got a guaranteed KO, then I'd be open to just playing it out like this, right? And so he goes Zero Aura. I mean, it's a free volt switch. Mag, yeah, not take nothing. So he's probably life worth special, and so Urshifu likely will rest ugly head here. Because CC did nothing last time, I'm gonna have to play his Urshifu is a problem, and probably under rain with the crits. Probably 2-hit KOs my Pelipper. So but if he CCs and knocks Kingdra, I'm done, and I'm not okay with that. Are people following me around? Yep, like this is why I used to module and sync back in the day, but because I fell off the map, nobody was really checking for the jamster like that, and so you know I was like, I don't need to module and sync. I can patience it out. Let's see how much this is doing. Yeah, it's a 2-hit KO, which I figured. But it allows me to get Kingdra in. But even Kingdra takes that poorly. And so we get to obviously Hydro Pump here. Please hit. Thank you. Not the best situation, but at the very least, when Kingdra comes back in, and I don't have to worry about this being Chapel or anything of that nature anymore, and I get a 2-hit KO there. So his Pharaoh is weakened. His Zero is special, so Ferrothorn isn't as important as it was. It's important, but it's not as important as it was. I do want to prevent that Zero Aura from just switching like it willy-nilly like this. And so now Barraskewda is a very real problem to my opponent now. He might not be thinking about it long term enough to realize that, but I am. And so my rain being up actually helps him a little bit. And so what I'm gonna do is, assuming this is just a body press set, I'm gonna take this opportunity to get my Pelipper up. So he spikes, which matters, right? It's not as if these are trivial spikes, but one I can defog. And I think I will, because again, this should just be body. Maybe I should defog first. Yeah, I'll defog first. It's tough, right? Like, my problem, really, I want to roots then defog, but my thing is, if he hard switches to Zero Aura here, I'm in a really bad spot. I'm in a really bad spot. And so he just leech seeds. Okay, cool. So I don't think maybe he can't touch Urshifu. Right, and so now it's not as bad because, yeah, it's not as bad. Ferrothorn probably still goes down. But I can definitely win this now with positioning my, what's it called? Well, so we go Pharaoh, he thunders, which is good for us. He might have Aura Sphere. I'm surprised he thundered because I don't think he has any. I mean, yeah, this is his only electric immunity, and so he may have Aura Sphere. I'm gonna, yeah, he has something to hit me, and so I'll just Volt Switch here. If he stays in, kudos, man, kudos, because this is a pretty, it's decently high risk. I mean, like, you know, obviously you don't want Zero Aura in, but I do want this bad boy in Urshifu. And so with the rain still up, if he hard switches to Clef, I'm in a decent spot, and if he stays in, I Drain Punch knockout, and we do have Metronome going for us. He's likely special Zero Aura by for in accounting for this. Yeah, and so, you know, obviously you can't protect against Surge Strikes. Metronome, I don't know if Metronome boosts Surge Strikes mid, like Surge Strike. Oh fuck, I didn't know that was, I did not know that it Rocky Hill, it Iron Bars each time, but that makes sense, it's an attack. I don't know why I thought of it as like a shuriken. That actually makes a lot of sense. How much is it at? 26. It dies. I'll be a lot lower, but I don't need to be at full for any particular reason. Yeah. So give me this health. And so Zero Aura is probably gonna show its hideous head here. But he now lost Clefable, which I think was his main fighting. Oh, he has one more fighting resistance. So in Pelipper, but at this point, I can Draco spam. Like every time I click Draco, Meteor's a KO. And so I still want to control the rain because, you know, obviously, it's my rain. It's my rain, and I need it now. So let's think about this. We're gonna be staring down Urshifu. Let's assume we go Mag and Evolve switches, because he won't go for anything that can miss. Mag and Evolve switches. We're gonna be staring down Urshifu. Urshifu. I'd rather save that Surging Strike if I can. I want to force that Urshifu in and make him force him to make a decision. Also, what this allows is for me to control the weather, right? And so we're gonna sack Ferrothorn now in case he goes for the Surging Strikes, right? So this allows for me to control the weather. Obviously, it's choice locked in, and so we get to U-turn out, force that Ferrothorn in. Because I want to start Draco spamming. I'm gonna hold positions that cannot be defended, and so I am gonna go to my Urshifu. Can he break my sub? Maybe he can't break my sub. Let's find out. Let's find out. Because I also don't want him to go hard Kingdra and eat the hit. Because I want him to lock into what I want him to lock into. Oh, so he can break my sub. Might go hard Kingdra or Pelipper here. So I'm gonna substitute here as I'm expecting him to scout for the Thunder Punch. He doesn't know I have it, which is good. He lived though, but that does mean that Barraskewda just destroys with close combat now. And so I gotta position that properly. But him living there, how the fuck do you, like, how the fuck did he live that? That was a pretty big live, because now that means that he has one extra mon. Like before, like if he lived, he'd have to revenge kill me, and then I'd get the free switch into Barraskewda or whatever this fuck I so chose. And so obviously now he gets to potentially go to his strike. But I think I might have enough firepower to pull this off, especially because I also have Psychic Fangs, which might kill Urshifu. I doubt it, but it's possible. And so we're just going to CC lock. I mean, it's neutral. KO's Zera, KO's Pelipper. And I really wish I had something to calc for Urshifu. I don't want to physically go in and do that. I'm going to head calc this through as Kingdra rears this ugly head. Funny thing about this is I technically could go to my Kingdra here, but then it'd be a speed type because he has to go for a water move. And so I'll take my KO. Right, so he has to go for a water move. Oh, he's not even choiced. Okay, I might have just lost then. It's gonna be really close. Because obviously Barraskewda would have died there. It's gonna come down to if he's faster. And he Dracos. He might not have been faster, but you know, I still can maybe win. I can still maybe win. I'm gonna flip turn here. Is flip turn better? I mean, if I flip turn and he goes into, I think I need some crits. Hopefully I tank. Okay, I've lived, which is a really big deal that I lived that. So I have a shot if Banded Barraskewda can KO. If Banded Barraskewda can KO Urshifu. So this is where I needed. If I knew that Rapid Strike, he might have Aqua Jet too. Banded being Aqua Jet, that makes sense. But if I knew Rapid Strike, maybe he has Aqua Jet, that would make sense with Rainy. Okay, yeah. So we learned something today. We knew that if I knew Rapid Strike touched Ferrothorn, you see how big of a difference that would have made. Also hazards. If we had the hazards up earlier than the Kingdra, but you have to know the rolls off the top of your dome, right? And so if let's say I now know Bizdef Clef takes such and such amount in rain from you, like these are things I'll have to know as I'm orchestrating the game plan. So we end up losing to, probably lost a ton of points, it doesn't matter. And so that's just the game. We had good matchups, and then we have Fellow Rain with Zero Aura, which is gonna give us a hell of a time. We definitely, there are like things we could have done differently and played better in this. Leading Ferrothorn versus leading Pelipper, but I just never seen a Volt Switch variant, so now we can add that to our mental repertoire, and you know, you can account for that when you're playing and say, okay, well, you know, if he was a physical Zero or leading Pelipper was the best play, but in the case of it potentially being special, then Ferrothorn is a better lead because you cover both. You got to gather rocks, or you may need to get a knockoff off in case he's choppable for your sheaf. All these things, man. But enjoyed that game to the fullest. Shout outs to Jay Azen for not giving me his points today. And yeah, that's where we're gonna end it today. Again, guys, click the link in the description for all the resources. All the resources down there. Join the Academy Discord. You have the book right now, and obviously the article that's free. What else is there? Website coming out soon. I keep saying that. And if you go all the way down in the description, there are actually some books that will help you. They're non-Pokemon related books, but they're like free audiobooks. The Art of War, As a Man Thinketh, that will just transform your mindset and improve you as a player and as a person. And that's what we're here for. And so, thanks for watching again. Ramble over, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.